I've been growing my small illustration business since 2015, chipping away a little bit at a time to create my dream job. This week, I need to get to work on planning my autumn product collection and sending off for pin designs before it's too late. That's what I'm going to get to work on. I have always loved the idea of printing my own apparel and clothing too, so we get the heat presses out and experiment with some new designs. I'm impatient. Well, can you imagine it on a hoodie as well? And have a super surprise unboxing of a brand new Katnipp plush toy. This was a plush toy that got made. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! A huge thank you to Shopify for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so I've just sorted all the stickers out, kept some for myself, and now I really need to tidy up this desk and get to work on doing the autumn products. So I had a couple of ideas for the autumn launch in mind. I'm going to do a purple themed collection and an autumnal orange themed collection. I think I'm going to save one of my characters called Bugaboo, who's a scarecrow. I've actually written a whole story about this and it's just in my noggin and I haven't really done anything about it, but I think I'm going to save that till next year. And I also thought for the purple one I could bring out a Marshy and Bartholomew vampire-y type range. This is the mug we've got in for Marshy and Bartholomew. I got this idea actually when I went out into the van to a place called Whitby where Bram Stoker used to go on holiday and actually written Dracula. You can actually go watch that vlog. So I was going to do that and kind of have it like a cool Abbey inspired place where Marshy and Bartholomew would live as Dracula. And then the orange one was going to be kind of shroomy themed. So if anyone doesn't know the backstory of this, I have a few different witch collections who go to this witches academy, and this is where Shroomy was born, to Fauna, the Witch of the Wind. And I also have one of my very first old collections which was called the Pastel Witch collection. I'm going to do it Pastel Witch themed because Pastel Witch was one of my first ever sticker packs I actually made in Katnipp, and I actually used to hand cut these stickers and sell them at conventions and stuff when I first started and couldn't afford a cricket, and I just think it would be really cute. And I also designed a calendar with Bumblebutt wearing a little witch costume, and I thought that would be a really cute, fun Halloween collectible. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to write down the exact ideas, knuckle it down, and then start sketching out the collection to see what exactly I want to happen. Ew, what is this? I think it's one of those gummed rubbers, but it's been stuck at the bottom of this pen pot. Procrastinating. I was just meant to tidy away the stuff I did, but because I want to get my sketchbooks out, I want all my pens and pencils to be organised. And now I've started organising my pens and pencils. Why am I doing this? Well, if you watch my video right at the beginning of the year, you will have seen I planned out my whole year in advance for the 2023 collection ideas, and I managed to do the pudding collection, and then obviously we did the Bumblebutt and Lunar Sprinkle. We changed our ideas. This is going to be next year's ideas now. The cottagecore duck theme is going to go next year because I ended up doing the Sakura launch instead for this launch for spring. So we successfully did a launch, but it wasn't the cottagecore one, so I'll save that for next year. It's really nice to get my ideas down. We didn't end up doing these two because we ended up going to a trip to Japan, so we didn't really have a summer launch. We kind of relaunched the Sakura collection when it sold out. And then when I look at my autumn plans, I already did have the pumpkin plans in mind, so that's this one, and it was going to be Puddin the dog in his pumpkin outfit, which I'll still do. And then I also had Marshy and Bartholomew and the Bumblebutt and Pastel Witch collab collection, so I'm actually going to get rid of the Marshy and Bartholomew one and save that for next year. So we're going to be focusing on a pumpkin one and the Bumblebutt one. I've actually just created this mood board on Canva Canva using their free AI tools that they've got and kind of just like brainstormed different ideas for the Pastel Witch, but truth be told, it's not really anything that I've got in my actual head. I already have an idea in my head. If anything, I might use this cottage as inspiration, but I put my illustrations in there and kind of just created like this nice visual reference slash mood board. AI is a really weird one because it can be great for concept arting, but I think it'll never replace real concept art or writers or creators in general, because what I have in my head visualizing for like the mouse mat and a scene for this product range isn't really coming out in AI. It's good to kind of just like mood board like any other artist would use, like mood board reference images. They'd look online and they'd kind of mash it together, whether it's in the brain or they have it down on paper. AI is a kind of fun way to just add to that, but it's not exactly what's in my head, but it can help generate some new ideas that you didn't think of. And this is how it works as an artist anyway. You get your reference images from all over, so it can be helpful to help you as an artist like do your concept art. But for me personally, I think just illustrating it down is like the best way because I already have the idea in my head. Does that make sense? That was the plans. Oh, I just hit myself in the face with this sketchbook. That's my plans for yeah, the Pastel Witch collection, which I'm really excited about. I've only got an hour, but I think if I can get down all the ideas for the Pastel Witch collection and then the autumn collection, then we should be good to go, and I'll be able to come in and then start really solidifying those designs. Let's get to it, shall we? I'm gonna put on some nice like magical music while I do it. I'm getting in the mood. I used to be really lazy when I first started product planning, and I would just work on random projects and products, but over the last few years I've realised this wasn't the best approach, not only for my mental health but also for my online store. Working in collections has been a game changer. I only really implemented this properly last year, and writing down and sketching out the collection, creating a visual to-do list almost, has been really helpful for me to work towards these goals and has just made things a lot less stressful. Although I'm still not the greatest at time management and doing collections ahead of time, I do think I'm getting better year on year, and hopefully next year it'll be even better than this year. But I do feel like writing this all down has been very helpful to me over the last few years, and I realised that doing my Sakura collection like this has been, yeah, just a game changer in general. And I hope I keep continuing to do this because obviously things crop up in your personal life and things change, and you can't always plan that ahead, but doing it this way at least takes the ideas from my brain down onto paper so I don't forget anything. And when I'm feeling uninspired, I can always look back at this and get inspiration again. Can you hear the seagulls proper kicking off? We can hear them pattering across the roof as well. Sometimes they'll land and they'll be like all across the roof. Hello, we definitely need a seagull character. I think I'm gonna call him Egbert as well. That's, oh my gosh, that's so loud. I actually don't think I'm gonna be able to film because of how noisy they're being. Shh, Egbert, keep it down up there. Today, I am not leaving the studio until I have got my enamel pins sorted out. So I planned out the idea for the Pastel Witch collection in my sketchbook, as you guys see. Now I want to do the autumn collection, and I'm actually thinking, because I did some Gordo stuff, or Gordy, I still can't decide whether to call them, maybe it can just be both, and sometimes I change the name. Gordy sticker packs last year, and I want to create them into a cozy enamel pin set. That's what I'm going to get to work on. Let's go, shall we? I think I'm going to make a collection of pins based on Gordy over here and pumpkin spice lattes, and then for the mouse mat I'm going to do like a autumnal window coffee shop scene where it incorporates like all of these elements. mixing tray here.
Once I planned my final pumpkin themed collection, I really needed to get to work on finalising my designs for my enamel pins. Enamel pins take the longest to manufacture, minus plush toys, which can take up to 6 months when you factor in shipping. So I knew I had to make this product a priority if I wanted to hit my goal of getting these launched in the middle of September, which was already pushing it if I'm not gonna lie. First, I wanted to start on the pumpkin set, which was one of the easiest since the illustrations were already done. I then moved on to the pastel witch. I used some references from other illustrations, but had to start from scratch on others. Overall, I'm super happy with this set. My first pin set was actually launched this year in the Sakura collection because we noticed a lot of people buying the whole set individually, so I decided to make sets a thing. So you have the option to buy every pin in a set at a discounted price or individually for those who maybe just like a single design.
Good morning guys. So I have literally been editing away the last few days and I've still got some editing to do today, but I did want to take this time to say a huge thank you to our sponsors Shopify for sponsoring today's video. So if you guys have been following me on the journey of running this small business, you will have seen that we launched our very own website a few months back now, and I have to be honest, I have absolutely loved it, and I've kind of been annoyed with myself for putting it off for so long because Shopify makes it really easy to do, and I can't believe I let myself get overwhelmed by setting it up. For those of you who maybe don't know what Shopify is, they power thousands and thousands of small businesses with e-commerce stores. And if you watched last week's studio vlog, you will have seen we did this massive shop launch, and I recently discovered that I can actually use my iPad, my iPads, or my phone to fulfill the orders, which has totally changed the game using the Shopify app. Oh my goodness, this has been like revolutionary, and a lot of you guys are probably like, duh, like why haven't you been doing this before? Well, I have just been old school and been doing and fulfilling orders on my Mac, and the problem with that is when there's multiple people in the shop trying to fulfill the orders, we don't have loads of different Macs. So then what I used to do is manually print out the order fulfillment shipping notes, which is one, a waste of paper, and two, takes longer. But then last week Mike was like, why don't you just use the Shopify app and download it on your iPad? Oh my gosh, this is so much better. I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner. So I can walk around with my iPad, pick and pack, and I can just fulfill the orders on the Shopify app here. This is genius. Why aren't I doing that? And this has really genuinely changed the game for us. Shopify have made the app really easy, so what we end up actually doing is tagging orders with, say, Catherine for example, because they have this tagging tool, and they also have tags like fulfilled and unfulfilled, which makes it really easy to kind of flick through the orders and do those unfulfilled items. One thing we like about this as well, which is a bit of a side note, is we make to order a lot of our items, so we can even tag them with these items are being made. I can't believe I wasn't doing that to the start, and you don't even need like an iPad or anything. You can use your phone as well because the Shopify app obviously works on all of these devices. I can highly recommend it. I've absolutely loved it. A huge thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video as well, because we were already building a Shopify store, so it feels like the fates aligned. It was just like the coolest collab ever.
If you guys would like to check them out, I will leave a link in the description so you can power your own small business with Shopify. Thank you so much to Shopify for sponsoring this video.
Anyway, today I actually want to do some experiments because I've got 2 t-shirts and jumpers that I've had in, and I want to press some DTF transfers on it. Now, I have been noticing a lot of messages about selling jumpers, and I used to sell jumpers. I sold this You Are Magic one, and what we used to actually do is get these printed out-house, and they use a direct-to-garment printing method. Now, I actually felt like my DTF method was better. It produced better quality prints, it was crisper, and they seem to have been lasting longer. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit rubbish when it comes to protecting my garments and, you know, like washing them properly. I just like bung it in the wash and iron over them, and you're not meant to do that to preserve the longevity. But we experimented a while back, more bubbles less troubles jumper, and we ran it through the wash quite a few times, and I've been wearing it and it still looks absolutely amazing. I actually wore it a few vlogs ago, I don't know if you guys had seen, and I've had a few people request it. We just really need to work out the logistics of it, whether because we'll need to buy a new heat press, and we will also need to do kind of a made to order thing, so we don't hold a lot of different sizes in stock in house. So we're going to experiment with printing some jumpers, and I also have an old t-shirt as well that I thought would look cute with a pumpkin print. And another thing is we have a plush toy that got sent to us, so from a manufacturer, which was a big surprise. So I'm going to unbox that together. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. I thought first of all we could unbox this plush toy. So, and let me tell you a story as well. What happened with this is a manufacturer reached out to me and sent me a picture and said, we've made one of your characters a plush toy, would you like to try us? And they were basically a manufacturer. So I said, well, why not send me the plush toy and I can have a look at it and basically see if it's any good and see if the quality is good. So when I first was researching about plush toys, I really think that I overthought the whole process. So here in the UK and in Europe, if you're in Europe, you need a standard, a CE standard, so they need to be tested to be sold as plush toys, and it's basically just to certify that the toys are safe. They're not highly flammable, they've not got any bits that are really like unsafe, and I think I really overthought this. So when I was looking into getting my very own plush toys, I decided to go with a middleman that was based in the UK. Now the issue with this is it costs a lot of money. I am talking probably 3 to 4 times the price of going direct to factory, but I did want to make sure that all the testing was done and the liability was okay. But I think I might have looked into it too much, because most people that I know who have small businesses, they go direct to factory, because I'm essentially just paying for someone in between me to go and source the teddies and stuff. And I've already had a lot of recommendations of other wonderful small businesses for plush toy manufacturers, but now I'm thinking maybe I can get it and pay for it to be sent off and tested properly, because that would give me peace of mind, get the certification and then get the rest made. So maybe get one made, get it all sent off and tested. If I'm being honest, I would love help off you guys. If you have experience in this, please shoot me an email or leave me a comment, because I'm really struggling and I'm letting it hold me back, because there's so many plush toys that I want to get, but I just don't have the funds or resources to do it. So this was a plush toy that got made. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I actually had no idea about this manufacturer, and this is a great marketing way from the manufacturer, and they just sent me a picture of this that they'd made. It's my Sakura, so you can actually get this as a magnet and a keychain. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. Oh, Dean, look at this. How cute is that? That's gonna make the cutest cushion for my sofa or something. I wouldn't even think of getting this Sakura myself made into a plush toy, but they sent me it, and I think it's gonna have to have pride of place on my desk. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but why is that so cute? That's actually so cute. What a good idea from the manufacturer. They've already done the artwork and everything for me. I didn't do anything, and this was a way to like get me to use them. But how cute is that? Oh my gosh, what an unexpected, exciting thing. Would anyone want to see this in my store? Please let me know in the comments, because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Oh, look at all the colours. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, I'm getting way too excited about that. I think it looks so, so cute. I am going to now do the tests of the DTF transfers. So let me show you. Dean had this old t-shirt. It's a large like sand coloured t-shirt, and I'm gonna print, I think, one of my God like Halloween designs on it. I've actually been toying with the idea of actually selling the transfers individually, so that if you had like a plain t-shirt that you liked, or you bought a second-hand piece of clothing, for example, you could press on the DTF transfer yourself at home. And then I'm also going to press onto this white jumper. I need to get the DTF transfers out and see what I've got. I definitely do think though that we will need a larger heat press, because the heat press we currently have, we have two different types. We have this automatic one and we have this one, but they're both kind of the same. It's a little too small. So as you can see, you can't get like a big print on it, and I kind of want a big print. But I thought it'd be great to like sell the DTF by themselves, because people who buy like second-hand clothes might find like some plain t-shirts or something and want to press on the very own DTFs. I mean, I would like to do that, so I'm just gonna give this a light press. So I've got this massive folder full of my DTF transfers, and I pressed like my own tote bag. So if you ever order a tote bag off us, they're all pressed fresh with your orders. But I've got this blooming beautiful one. Oh, I could even press that one. So I could use this on the white one, which I think would be pretty cool. I'm going to press this first, and then this minimalistic one, which I've got here. Okay. This looks cute. Dean, do you put it in like this? It needs turning down. Just for 15 seconds. Oh, and then press down. So you basically press it for 15 seconds. Then we do a cold peel, is it? Cold peel, so we wait for it to cool down. You don't have to. We've just found that if we peel it hot, sometimes it curls a bit, and then you do another press after with a Teflon sheet. Let's see what this looks like. I'm very excited. I love this auto heat press. Do you reckon I can do a hot peel? I'm impatient, Dean. I want to do a hot peel. Okay, so we're going to wait until this cools down a bit. But I'm impatient. Oh, I'll have to wait until it cools down. I think so. I think this one will look nice. What do you think? Like it's a little bit more minimal? Yeah. That looks so cute. Oh, let's press this one. You want to make sure there's no lint when you put down the design, because then it can reduce the longevity of your design. Whoa, why did that have so much lint on it? Pre-press it. This smells really nice with fabric softener, because the heat is like heating it up. You know, like when you iron and like the iron smells dead nice. I don't know, like you know when you iron clothes and the fabric softener smell gets released. There's nothing better than the smell of freshly ironed, laundered clothes. Am I right? It smells so good. Let's do this. Have I got this equal? I don't know. It's only for me anyway, so press that in there. Is this cool yet? Yeah, it's cool. Oh yeah, that definitely feels better on a cold peel. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. So jumper number one, we have this oh my god t-shirt. I've just chucked it into my jeans. Look how cool this is. Ta-da! This one is the next one. This is a jumper, so you can wear it all the sides, which is how I like to wear it. Or you can kind of tuck it in. Oh, look how good that looks. Oh, I definitely want to do jumpers, guys. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know what I can do. I think the best thing I'm going to have to do is pre-order it, and they're just going to take a while to come, because then I'll order them in, press them, send them out to you guys, and then it'll just be kind of a made to order thing. That way we could keep an eye on stock and we could get new jumpers in when from different places. What do you think? Do you want me to start doing like Katnipp t-shirts and jumpers? Also, can you imagine it on a hoodie as well? It would be pretty cool. Also, I really want to get this little guy in. I would never think of actually making this into a plush, but the colours are literally perfect. Why can't I win the lottery? I would get so much Katnipp stuff. It would look so cute. Oh! Look, I'm matching, I just realised. Anyway, it's what it is. It's like a crazy thing that you can imagine things from your head and then suddenly it's in reality. It's very cool. Anyway, I actually began illustrating a mouse mat last night when I was on the sofa. We began Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PlayStation, and I need to finish it off, so I'm gonna actually take my iPad home. I'm gonna sit on the sofa because it's now like 5 PM, and I'm going to do some illustration, and I'll see you in the morning.
もう寝ちゃって。
keeping me company, Plus. Anyway, I think I am actually going to end the studio vlog here because I have to actually edit the studio vlog. I'll see you next week for another Small Business Diaries. Thank you for following along on the journey. I'll see you next week. Alright then. Thanks so much for watching. I love you. Goodbye!